We're going to get some more on the U.S. President Donald Trump leveling a new threat at Canada. Within the last hour, Trump took to social media, taking issue with the Gordie Howe International Bridge. He wrote on Truth Social, Canada is building a massive bridge between Ontario and Michigan. I will not allow this bridge to open until the United States is fully compensated for everything we have given them. We will start negotiations immediately. We've reached out to Drew Dilkens, the mayor of Windsor, which is the site of that bridge, and the mayor joins us now. Mayor Dilkens, good to see you again, sir. I wish it was under less chaotic circumstances, but thanks for taking our call. Well, what do you make of this latest from the U.S.?
It's just insane. When I read that post, David, I really can't believe what I'm reading, but it's par for the course. And let's go back. The Gordie Howe Bridge, this has been a bridge and a conversation that really, it goes back 25 years. There have been successive U.S. presidents. There have been successive prime ministers that have been involved in the negotiations to get this bridge constructed. There have been presidential permits issued. And let's not forget, Canada paid for the construction of the bridge. The U.S. didn't want to pay. Canada said, we think it's important. We're going to pay for it. We're going to fund it to help facilitate international trade. And so the president, on one hand, is criticizing a decision made by the government of Ontario to remove U.S. alcohol off the shelves. But at the same hand, on the other hand, he's saying, I don't want to open a facility that's actually going to facilitate more trade between the two nations. And then to layer on some conversation, I think the Post talked about China taking over hockey and banning hockey and stealing the Stanley Cup or something like that. Like, it's just insane.
I know this bridge. I'm looking at it now and trying, I'm aware of the Gordie Howe Bridge, but the fine print of it all, not something I had at the top of my mind as recall. But I know Mayor Dilkens, it was supposed to open 2024, been delayed until some point in this year. Where do things stand in terms of when it is supposed to be operational, and what does a threat like this, if followed through, do to gum up this particular operation?
Well, there were some delays with respect to COVID and supply chain issues. They got things back on track, and there was the expectation that things would open in 2024. But, this under normal times, David, building a span that links two nations like the United States and Canada would be a monumental moment where a prime minister would meet a president in the middle. They would shake hands and they would celebrate this victory for two nations. Unfortunately, Donald Trump has created an environment where I don't think that is going to happen in the near term. And so, you just see him in his negotiating style is cherry picking issue by issue. First it's steel, then it's autos. Just go down the list of issues that he cherry picks. And this is just another issue. And so I think it shows the complexity that Prime Minister Carney and the team are going to have to deal with when they get into USMCA negotiations this year, trying to put together a wholesale deal that's good for both countries. But I suspect this will open. This is just another speed bump that Donald Trump has put in the way of doing good things, not just for our country, but for his as well.
You just don't need this, though, do you, Mayor Dilkens? I mean, Windsor has been hit pretty hard by all of this, right? With auto layoffs and ship dropping, and who knows what happens in the future of the big three and under Donald Trump. I mean, this kind of disruption and uncertainty. I mean, what are your thoughts just as the mayor of one of the exposed border towns?
Yeah, I mean, listen, none of this is good. I'm not going to sugarcoat this and say it is, but this is a $5, $6, $7 billion construction. Thousands of U.S. hands, men and women's hands went into constructing the bridge on the U.S. side. There was U.S. steel used on the U.S. side of the bridge. Reading in the Truth Social post, we have to be careful not to believe all of those and accept them as fact, because they're not fact. And so we know Donald Trump is volatile. We know he's created an environment of uncertainty. I'm sure we'll get over the speed hump here on this issue as well. It's one of the frustrations we have to deal with. And, the faster we can get to the midterms and hopefully see a change, the better for all of us.
Drew Dilkens, Mayor of Windsor, Ontario, we appreciate you taking our call. Thanks, man, and good luck with everything.
Thanks very much.